conseguí y se me dio. La vida al fin toma color. Vida al palo. Buena paga. Lo que antes era un lujo hoy en día es un vuelto. Es un sueño oscuro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Bandas de rock debutando en cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio.
No here in the first fresh ball game. Home team is red, white is away. Now a swing and a foul tip. Back to the backstop. JD, jersey number 7. Excuse me, Barrera, jersey number 7. Now that pitch is skied right side of the field in the air. Who's going to get it? It's the center fielder who comes in between the Bermuda Triangle, and Barrera is retired. So one away. I'm going to pop up to the center fielder. And now a line drive center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. First hit of the ball game for number 10, Bonham. So here's number 12. Makia. And the pitch, it gets away from the catcher. The throw down to second is not going to be in time. So that was the runner on second base. So now it's Mackay, jersey number 12. JD had popped up to center field. Logan is now standing on second after reaching on a single and a stolen base. Mackay here in the box with a chance to put the team on the board, the white team on the board. And the pitch is swung on and grounded left side of the field. That's going to go through the infield. A single for Mackay. Runners on first and third now. Logan on third. Now here's number 13, Blake. The cleanup hitter.
Oh, did you? The butt's gonna burn, but. No, it's good here. There's like a whole bench here. Oh, is there?
Now it looks like play has resumed after an equipment exchange. Blake at the plate, number 13, the cleanup hitter. He's got runners on first and third. Now a line drive left field, and that is a foul ball. Just narrowly by a few inches. That was a hard hit line drive, as hard of a hit ball we've seen all day by Blake. And instead he's got a strike to show for it. 0-2 the count, one away. Now the runner goes, and another hard hit ball high left side of the field. It's the center fielder who is not going to make the grab. That finds the grass. One run is going to score. Logan, jersey number 1, touches home plate, and that's the first run of this ball game. So here's Mackay standing on third. Blake is on first after a misread from the center fielder. And here's Lucius, jersey number 8. And the runner goes, no throw on a called strike. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. And that's going to be blown away. And outside. Way upstairs, and that's going to bring the count full. Payoff pitch is swung on and skied up the infield and past. Now the center fielder is going to make the grab, tagging from third, and he's going to score. Number 12, Makia scores. That makes it a 2-0 ball game. The white team leads the red team. Blake finds his way to third, and Lucius, recording the second out of the inning on a sacrifice fly, gets an RBI. So here's Ethan, number 3, a left-handed batsman. And the pitch is swung on and skied foul. And the next pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike on the up and away pitch. Now that's going to be way up inside to the left-handed batsman. 3-1 the count, 2 away. 3-2 the count, excuse me. Full count, 2 away. With the runner on third. And the pitch is low. He's going to draw the walk. Ethan draws the walk. Staying on third is Blake, so we have a first and third situation with 2 outs. Now here is Drew, number 11. Sorry, number 2 here is Drew. Now the runner goes. No throw, pay no mind to him. There's 2 outs, and the focus is on the batter. And that was a ball on the pitch. Now, ball 2 has been thrown. 2 balls and no strikes. Swung on and tapped to the third baseman, who makes the play, knocks it down in front of it, throws across the diamond to secure the out. 3 away. The white team leads 2-0 heading into the bottom of the first. Fuck. They caught me off guard. You got the next one. Just take the.
conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin toma color. Vida al palo. Buena paga. Lo que antes era un lujo hoy en día es un vuelto. No es un sueño, juro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de roca butando un cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Welcome back, folks, to Philippines Baseball's Futures Tournament. We have the red and the white teams playing today here at Pierce College. First up to bat's number 7, Barrera, for the red team. First pitch, fouled back. 0-1 count. The windup and the pitch up in the zone. 1-1. Another ball. 2-1 the count. That one was low. Swung on and hit right over the second base. Barrera reaches first. That hit just sounded pretty coming off the bat. You can tell he got it right on the thick of the barrel.
Absolutely, he definitely used the meat of the bat to send that ball right through the infield in the center.
I'm out. I'll see you later. Good, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
That first pitch to Bonham is a called strike. Bonham, jersey number 11. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Runner goes, but the throw is off. Looks like there might have been some contact there. Runner lost his elbow guard, piece of equipment. Seems to be catching his breath.
Yeah, it didn't look like the best of slides, but it looks like everyone's okay. They pat each other on the back, and the umpire says we're good to go.
Bonham digs in for the 0-2 pitch. It's a little bit behind, so he's got to protect the plate. Outside. Pretty generous lead taken by the runner Barrera on second. Trying to get in the head of the pitcher and catch it here. Bonham takes another ball.
Good eye, dude.
High and outside. 2-2 the count.
Here it comes.
Bonham ready for the windup. Pitcher checks the runner at second, steps off the mound.
It's fine.
Umpire calls time. The 2-2 pitch to Bonham.
Oh, yeah. Drop it.
Nice hit just over the shortstop. Runners advance to third, and Bonham is safe at first. We got a runner in scoring position, number 7 Barrera, as Mateo comes to plate.
Mateo's really one of those big bats that you're ready to watch whenever he steps up.
This pitcher does not appreciate runners taking too big of a lead on him. And that's Logan, number 1 from the white team. On the mound. Delivers one right in the zone to Mateo. It's back. When it bounces into the outfield fence, Barrera scores. Bonham moves to second, and Mateo is safe on first.
And that is the exact type of at-bat you expect to see from a kid like Mateo. He's been hitting the ball hard this whole tournament. It was just about time that one finally lands somewhere in the fair territory, and it comes on an RBI too.
Now up to bat Turner, one of 2 Turner brothers on this red team. Takes a ball outside. Good eye. The 1-0 pitch to Turner. He thought about it. Called strike. Still no outs here in the bottom of the first. The white team looking to make some defensive plays. Ball in the dirt for ball 2 to Turner. Looks like this early spark from the red team might have shaken this white defense. Ooh, foul on the first base side. Oh, first baseman bobbles it. We're still looking for that first out. Turner now has a 2-2 count. Don't know what happened there, but we all get some drop balls every once in a while. First baseman's got to shake that off and just get back to making plays. Swing and a miss. Turner strikes out.
And on a day like today at 3:30 in the valley, in the summer, that sun is not letting up. So tough play. You may have lost it in the sun, but regardless, the out is recorded. So no harm, no foul there.
Antolin, jersey number 4, comes to the plate. Runners on first and second, and a high ball for the 1-0 pitch. Antolin's a little taller than a lot of the players here on the field today. He's been showing his speed and power in the first game this morning. Another ball. 2-0 to count. Ooh, inside pitch. That's 3 straight balls to Antolin, excuse me. Important pitch right here for Logan. Nice. Gets him swing at a pitch outside the box. 3-1 the count. The 3-1 pitch. Ooh, and the ump gives it to him. The bases are now loaded. On a walk to Antolin, we have Bonham at third, Mateo at second, and Antolin at first base as Curry, number 12, the lefty, steps up to bat. One away. Double play is open for the infield. Ooh.
Look at
And he beans him. Bonham will score. That brings all the runners around, and Curry standing on second with what will be a bruise on his right shoulder. Gramada, number 2, comes to bat, hoping to bring some more runs in. That's a low pitch for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Outside. Ball 2. It looked like the catcher tried to frame it there and got a little tap of encouragement from the umpire, like, nice try.
Yeah, that's the thing with framing. You can't oversell the job because then it just loses the trust that you have with your umpire.
Pretty pitch right down the middle. First strike 1 to Gramada. Still 1 out here. The count is 2-1. And our bases are loaded at Pierce College this lovely Sunday afternoon. Outside to bring the count up to 3-1. Some hard practice swings outside the box. Gramada's ready to swing away. The 3-1 pitch is fouled back right towards the broadcast booth.
It almost sounds like with the practice swings that you described and the pitch that just happened, it almost feels like Gramada made up his mind. 3-1, I'm swinging no matter what, with the bases loaded.
It's a good position to be in as a batter. Taps it in. Third baseman bobbles it a little, but gets the out at first. 1 run will score. Mateo across the plate there on that play. Bringing the red team to their first lead of the ballgame. The batter Wong takes a called strike. Little high in the zone there for ball 1. 1-1's the count. We have 2 outs here. And runners on second and third. Ooh, swing and a miss. Wong wanted that one. Lost his footing a little swinging so hard.
In Tagalog baseball, you got giggle trying to swing too hard.
Ball in the dirt, but the catcher is able to be a wall and keep it in front of him. That's Drew from the white team making a good stop there behind the plate. 2-2 the count. Logan fires the pitch in. Ooh. And it hits Wong. He's okay. He shakes it off. Takes the ankle guard off. That probably helped a lot.
Second hit by pitch this inning as well.
Yeah, the White pitchers need to get some control if they want to stop this offensive.
Yeah, some signs of
Spark.
struggle early, definitely coming from the White team pitchers. Two hit by pitches and a walk issued. It's not the way you want to start the ball game.
A little high there for ball one. To number 14, our other Turner brother on this red team. He's got a relaxed stance as he takes called strike one. 1-1 to count. White team looking to close out this inning. Scary position. There's bases loaded. Ooh, a good chop from number 14 Turner. 1-2 to count. Turner pops the ball up towards short center field. It's caught by the shortstop to end the inning and bring us into the second.
Lo conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin tomó color. Vida al palo. Buena para. Lo que antes era un lujo hoy en día es un vuelto. Es un sueño juro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de roca butano en cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
We're back here at Pierce College. Second inning of this game between the White and the Red teams. Score is 2-3. Another foul. Ball for the first strike, and 11 Bonham. 11 Rain hits between the center and right fielders for a stand-up double. That brings Nick, number 14, to the plate. We've got a ball game here, folks. 2-3 score. White team looking to tie. Ball 1 to Nick. Pitcher checks his runners. And the 1-0 pitch. Nope. He checks the runner and throws it into center field, but his center fielder had his back and keeps the runner at second. Now the 1-0 pitch to Nick. It's low, ball 2. Another ball in the dirt. Counts 3-0 here to Nick. Nick takes a walk. Which brings up number 15, Noah, to the plate.
It looked like a missed hit and run sign that the runners on third was thrown out by a mile. Good throw by the catcher there.
You got to take that sign if you know your teammates depending on you. But that takes the lead runner out and Taxon out on the board. Ooh, just not enough juice behind that ball to get it out of the infield. Our shortstop brings it in for out number 2. Called strike 1 to RJ, number 4. Swings at the next pitch to make the count 0-2. RJ puts the ball in play. Ooh, good spot, tough spot, right where his teammate was in the base path, and in no play made by either of the Turner brothers. Runners on first and third. We're back to the top of the lineup with number 1, Logan. Fouled back by Logan for strike 2.
I think that's JD and Logan on deck. Number 10 is on deck. Yeah, it's switched up.
Number 1, JD, actually. Great hit back to the backstop. 2 runs will score. We had a little bit of confusion in our lineup cards. That was number 1, JD, with the double, and now taking a big lead as the first pitch is thrown to Logan, number 10, for strike 1.
On deck is number 12, Makia.
Pitcher checks his runner, but nowhere near the bag with that throw. The 0-1 pitch to Logan. High and outside for the lefty. brings the count to 1-1. Catcher asks to change the ball out, help his pitcher get a little better grip, control of the ball.
I see you, Tyson.
Outside, and Logan takes his base, ball 4. Logan on first, JD on second, and up to bat number 12, Mackay. Called strike 1 to Mackay. 0-1 the count. Curveball from the pitcher had a Mackay flinching. Just missed the zone inside. Ball 1. Pitcher checks his runner at second again. But he's going to have to bring that throw closer to the bag if he wants any chance of tagging him out. Another inside pitch to Mackay.
Yeah, that's something that the pitcher and the second baseman has to work on. Those pickoff moves have to be synced almost perfectly if they wanted to execute what they do.
Pitcher walks another one of the White batters. And the bases are now loaded again.
Yeah, let them know.
Looks like we might have a shortage of baseballs on the field. All these foul balls, I can count probably 8 or 9 just from where I'm sitting, stuck in the outfield or the backstop. Number 13, Blake, takes a called strike 1. Good eye there from Blake, keeping his bat from going all the way around. 1-1 to count. 2 outs. Ooh, right through the legs of the catcher, and that will bring in JD to score the 3rd run of this inning. And it advanced the runners to 2nd and 3rd. Smacked straight to the left fielder, who took a step forward, and that may have put him in just the wrong position for it to top over his head. Ooh, slides head first into 3rd. It is Blake with the triple, clearing the bases.
That may have been one of the hardest hit balls we heard or seen today. And you could tell it really tripped up the left fielder because his first step was in. I guess he assumed it was such a low hit ball that it would eventually come down. But it was hit low, but exceptionally hard, and it just never came back down. It soared over his head. And now Blake stands on 3rd with a triple.
7-3 the score here at the top of the 1st. Red team has 2 outs, really trying to get out of this one.
Yeah, 2-out rally, it looks like. 4 runs have scored on 2 outs. And the white team has really blown this game open.
Two one the count for number 8, Lucius. He lined out to the shortstop last inning. Takes a called strike. 2s across the board here. And a swing and a miss will retire the side and bring us into the bottom of the second inning.
Lo conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin tomó color. Vida al palo. Buena paga. Lo que antes era un lujo hoy en día es un vuelto. Es un soquete y despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de rock debutando en cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Welcome back to Philippines Baseball's Futures Weekend. Score is 7-3, the white team leading. Number 5, the last hitter in the red team's lineup, takes strike 1. High pitch for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Another called strike, low in the zone. Dizon takes a chop, but it's straight to the shortstop who bobbles it, and Dizon will reach first off an error from the shortstop. Now back to the top of the order with number 7, Barrera. The windup and pitch catches this outside corner of the zone for strike 1. Number 7, Barrera, had a single last inning and ended up scoring from good defense from the red team. Good offense, rather. Barrera pops that up, and they catch the runner sleeping He did not tag up. That's quick 2 outs. The red team. Good defense by the white team. Don't know what was going through the runner's head there, but we clear the bases as Bonham, number 11, comes to base. And the pitch. Ball 1.
Yeah, it looked like a hit and run sign was on, but the batter should have seen the moment the runner, rather, Dizon, should have seen the moment that ball was in the air. He should have full sprint ran back to first. Camping out in the middle with the ball hit right to the shortstop gave him no time to hit back.
Fair ball. One hopped right to the first baseman who steps on the bag for a great 1-2-3 inning.
Lo conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin tomó color. Vida al palo. Buena paga. Los cantaron luz hoy en día son vueltos. Es un sueño oscuro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de roca butano en cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Thanks for joining us again this third inning of the Philippines Baseball Futures Weekend game between the red and white teams. We have a pitching change for the red team. Number 10, Turner, will take his place on the mound as he has a quick talk with his catcher and gets ready to get to work. Number 3, Ethan, for the white team. Great first called strike from Turner, looking comfortable on the mound already. Ball outside. 1-1 the count. Ooh, Ethan. Line drive right to center field. Puts him on first base with a stand-up single. Which will bring number 2, Drew, to the plate. Now, I've seen a lot of things in players' back pockets, but I'm not sure what's in the back pocket of
Looks like he's
Drew
got a
right
sliding
now.
mitt in there.
Oh, that's a sliding mitt.
Yeah, that's one of those new things with new situations. I mean, there really is no shortage of protective gear, which is great. You never want your hand stepped on with a metal cleat, but I guess you go up there assuming you'll get on base. That's a good mentality.
Number 2, Drew, takes a ball outside. 1-1 the count after that foul ball. Another outside pitch for ball 2 to Drew, number 2. Drew shows bunt, but brings it back for the called strike as the runner advances to second. Two and two the count. And a called strike 3. Trots back to the dugout after watching that one. Number 11, Lane, comes to bat. He had a double in the last inning, but was caught in the base path. Called strike 1 to Rain. One away here, and the 0-1 pitch to Rain is outside for ball 2. Ball 1, rather. Turner checks his runner at second and fires in a great pitch right down the middle for strike 2 to Rain. Ooh, high and in to even the count, 2-2. Rain looking for something, but nothing there except outside of the zone. Low pitch will bring the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Rain looking to do something with this. And he does, taps it. Little weakly hit to the shortstop for out number 2. But he will advance his teammate Ethan to third, bringing a runner in scoring position. Number 14, Nick, scored off a walk last inning. Takes ball 1. Ooh. Foul tip comes back towards the broadcast booth. 1-1 the count for number 14, Nick. Two, 1 the count. Our runner takes a generous lead at third. Try to mess with his pitcher. 14 fouls it back for strike 2. Deuce is wild here as Turner delivers the pitch, and it's high. Ball 3, full count. Just an absolutely beautiful third strike to retire the side and bring us to the bottom of the third inning.
Lo conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin tomó color. Vida al palo. Buena paga. Lo que antes era un lujo hoy en día es un vuelto. Es un sueño juro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de roca butano en cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Team first pitch to 1 ball, no strikes. Mateo in his last at bat hit one of the longest, hardest singles of the day. He ended up scoring in the first. Now he checks his swing. The umpire says he won a round. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 to Mateo, swung on and chopped left side of the field. The third baseman cuts it off and throw across the diamond. Pulls the first baseman off the bag. Mateo is safe. And just like that, the leadoff runner is aboard. Passing it off back to you, Henry.
Yeah, by now all these guys know what Mateo can do, and I think the pitchers are purposely trying to avoid giving him those balls he likes in his sweet spot.
Exactly. They've been pitching around him, and he's been getting a shortage of good pitches to hit.
This brings number 10, Turner, our pitcher, to bat. Fouls back that first pitch. The 0-1 pitch is high. Catcher checks Mateo at third. At first. Mateo's running for second and is safe. It was a close play.
Lots of laughter from the crowd. I'm guessing Mateo's not necessarily known for his speed, but he gets in there safely.
A fan favorite nonetheless. Another ball in the dirt to Turner. Catcher calls time. Pitcher. Short little toughy job. Turner thrown out at first after hitting it to shortstop. Second baseman. RJ from the white team who makes that play. first out of the inning. That brings Antolin, number 4, who reached base on a walk last inning but was left on. Antolin, hard hit, bounces off the mound and will score Mateo. Stand-up single from Antolin. With 1 out as number 12, Curry, steps to the plate. Curry, the lefty, also walked last inning. Takes ball 1, low and outside. Seven 4 the score now after Mateo crossed the back. Another ball. 2-0 the count to Curry. Curry hits that same spot, bouncing off the mound. They try to tag Antolin at second, but just too fast for that. But they get the play at first to chalk on their second out. Another lefty, Gramada. Smacks the first pitch he sees, and it just squeaks by the second baseman. Antolin scores the second run of the inning. Now, this Red team's offense has been fairly consistent over this weekend. A lot of these players look like they've been playing together for a long time. Wong, number 8, up to bat. Takes a called strike 1. Line drive to the third baseman, who takes the easy out at second to retire the side and close out the third inning.
Conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin toma color. Vida al palo. Buena para. Lo que antes era un lujo hoy en día es un vuelto. Es un sueño oscuro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de rock debutando un cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Welcome back. Little trip up in the base paths. Second baseman looked like may have come in contact with the lead runner. We have 2 on now for the white team here in the top of the fourth. Score is 7-5. That's number 15, Noah, the lead runner, and number 4 at first. Ooh. JD, the leadoff batter, just hit a nice hit to the right fielder, which was caught for out number 1. It's number 10, Logan, the 2-hole hitter. Takes a high pitch for ball 1. Turner throws in the 1-0 pitch for another ball. 2-0 the count, 1 out. Turner struggling to find that outside spot he wants. Throws another ball. This hitter's count. Sure, Logan's ready to swing away. Ooh, but good eye. He takes his 4th ball and with it takes his base. Bases loaded here as Mackay, the 3-hole hitter, comes to the plate. Called strike 1 to Mackay. Mackay has scored in 2 of his last at-bats. He's 2 for 2. Takes a ball. 1-1 to count. 1 out. Mackay got a piece of that one, but fouled it to the first base side. 1-2. Bases loaded. Mackay. Ooh. Noah will score. Runners advance to first, second, and third. Mackay very consistent with the bat in his hand. Eight 5 will be the score now after that RBI from Mackay. Ball 1 to number 13, Blake. Ooh, passed ball on 2-0 will bring RJ jogging in. Another run for the white team. Bringing our score to 9-5. White looking to capitalize on this momentum and hopefully stretch their lead even further.
That was a good play by the second baseman. He was playing in, he charged in. Number 10, Logan, was going in on contact. The second baseman thought about coming home, realized he needs to get the easy out, and now there's 2 away.
3 runs scored this inning by the white team. Scores 10 and 5 as number 8, Lucius, comes to the plate. Ooh. Some trouble in the base paths. The runner at third was sent. That's number 12, Mackay. He was about 3 steps from home plate when the pitch was caught, and family members in the crowd also scratching their heads asking Mackay, what was that?
And that's tough as the base runner because it looks like it was the batter who missed his sign. That looked like a suicide squeeze, and he wasn't able to put the bunt down. Thankfully, he was able to get back to third safely. I don't know how he did that, but was able to just leisurely jog his way back to third, not even getting a throw from the catcher.
Number 8, Lucius, fouls that back for a strike. And Mackay successfully scores. That's his 3rd run of the game.
You could see Lucius squaring around to bunt. He wasn't able to make contact yet again, but thankfully Mackay saved because that ball popped out of the catcher's mitts. So another suicide squeeze sign was in play.
Oh my God.
Do you know the count?
3-1.
That passed ball was ball number 3. And if you're watching our stream on YouTube, it actually took our camera out of its proper position. Fly ball caught by the shortstop to retire the side and bring us to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Lo conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin toma color. Vida al palo. Buena paga. Los cantan los lucos hoy en día es un vuelto. No es un sueño, juro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de roca butando un cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss there. Number 14, Nick. Sorry, number 14, Turner. Gets hit by the pitch to advance to first.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I mean,
Up number 5,
my bill was 7.
on.
I still need one more, please. Hey, Pop.
4 left.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Good. Well,
Got a
Thank
pitching
you.
change for
Yeah,
the white
absolutely.
all right. Ooh, sorry about that.
No,
team.
you're
That's
good.
a
Okay.
strong hit
Alright.
from
There you
D's
go.
onto the
Perfect.
third baseman. They get the
You
out
almost over?
at
I hope so.
I know it's getting hot,
second,
huh?
but
Can I
the
help
throw
you?
to first
Get one water.
Okay.
gets past him, and
I'm Christine.
D's
by the
on
way.
Hi, Christine.
makes it
I
to
don't know how
second.
you wear your hair down, girl.
Oh, it was just right now because I'm.
Oh, have you had it up?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't deal with it. It's too hot. Okay. The waters are all right there, and they're $1.
Are you here, Will's wife?
Back to the top of the lineup,
Mom.
7, Barrera.
Oh, wait, sorry, Bill's wife.
Yeah, Bill's wife. I'm like, no, that's Bill's wife.
Both are.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna introduce.
Pitcher checks his runners and then proceeds
I've
to
seen your
toss
guys'
it over the
pictures in Alaska.
batter's
Oh,
head.
yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
let's
no.
go Germany.
No,
Germany.
yeah.
How was that one?
That's great. I've never been
D's
there,
on
so.
held up at third by his
No,
third
it's
base
like
coach.
I've seen
Smartly,
it.
I might add.
We went to
As
and we went to Austria too.
our
And
catcher
then we went to
had a
Stockholm, Sweden. So
quick
it was
pop.
awesome. We were gone for 14 days. So.
But the weather looked good, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Just a little bit at times.
Yeah.
You know, and Europe doesn't believe in ice. Very hard to find ice. The AC, they have it. It's like it's never cool. Like cool.
Coach
Like,
calls
it's
a
like
meeting of the
78. Yeah. They're very
infielders
green.
and
They don't like to.
Oh.
Yeah.
they're gonna
So you got it,
change the
hun?
I
pitcher
got
out.
it.
Okay.
I'll figure this out.
Enjoy.
I'm a man of
Good showing
resources.
from
There we
number
go.
13.
Lo conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin toma color. Vida al palo. Buena para. Los cántaros lujos hoy en día son vueltos. Es un sueño oscuro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de roca butano en cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
On the bottom of the 4th inning, new pitcher for Team White. It's number 7 for Team Red's going to step into the box here. Pitch going to chop towards the third baseman. He fields it cleanly over to first base for the second out of the inning. A run will score. Team Red now brings back their lead to only 5 runs here on an 11-6 ball game. Please no. Please no. That pitch going to be way outside. Another one's going to be low and outside. It's now a 2-0 count here. To a pitch from new Team White pitcher is going to be in there for a strike. Bonham trying to find his pitch here for Team Red. There's now a 3-1 count here against him. Great opportunity for him to get on base. The pitch almost hits him. He's going to get out of the way. And now there's a runner on first. So 12-5 ball game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Team White taking a commanding lead over Team Red. Essentially the first time Team Red has really faced any controversy in this weekend so far. Mateo up to bat now. He swings at the first pitch he sees. That's in the left center gap for extra bases. Bonham's going to be rounding second base, trying to dig for 3. The third base coach is going to be sending him home. Mateo's going to start jogging towards second base. He'll be up safely. Whether or not he'll go to third is based on the throw, which there will be none. RBI double for Mateo on the first pitch he sees from the new Team White pitcher. Now brings up one of the Turner bros to try and get some more scoring in, as now Team Red only trails by 4 runs. Courtesy runner. For Mateo over on second base so that he can put his gear on. Catcher's going to take a moment to talk to his pitcher.
Two more in there.
Pitch is going to be on the outside part of the plate for Turner. One strike on the board here for him. Another off-speed pitch, not going to find the zone this time. Two 2-1 count here against Turner. Pitcher comes set through his windup. It's going to be in the dirt. Pinch runner's going to take off from second base. He'll slide in safely at third. Now a runner 30 feet away from Turner in order to score. That runner would put Team Red within 3. They're going to need a couple more base runners. Again, time running out here as we're already halfway through this game. Turner's going to get his free base with that. Now runners are on the corner. Antolin that's going to step up to the bat now. He's 1 for 1 on the day so far. He's got that base hit single and a walk. Pickoff attempt at first base going to be unsuccessful. Diving head first is Turner. He's safe there. So still 2 outs here for Team White. They've been on this 2-out stretch for the longest time now, as that ball's going to get in the dirt. 1-0 count now. Team White's pitcher fires that in on the outer part of the zone. Gets Antolin to chase for it, and it's now a 1-1 count here for him. One pitch, swung on, fouled right back to the catcher. He's not able to hold on to it, so it's going to hit him in the arm, it seems like. Now brings up a 1-2 count here. Team Red already with 2 runs this inning. Runner's going to take off from first base. Catcher is not going to fall for it. Instead, he's going to record the last out. It's a looking strikeout, and that's going to end the 4th inning. 11-7 here in favor of Team White. We send it to the top of the 5th.
Conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin toma color. Vida al palo. Buena paga. Los cantan los lujos hoy en día es un vuelto. No es un sueño, juro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de rota butando un cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Here on the Philippines Baseball Group YouTube account. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you get the alerts not only for the players but the teams revolved around the Philippines Baseball Group as we approach the Filipino World Series at the end of this week, kicking it off here with the Futures Weekend. 14, 15-year-old players here representing Team Philippines, trying to make the most of their opportunities here. New pitcher for Team Red is going to be Mateo. First pitch he dishes out is going to be a ball. So an 11-8 ball game here. Score correction after that last inning. That pitch catches the inside part of the zone for a strike. Team Red basically been battling back the entire game. They gave up those 2 runs in the first inning. Were able to answer back with 3, but since then gave up 5 and then another 4 in the 4th. Mateo doing a job here for Team Red. Parents showing their love and appreciation for it here. 1-2 pitch here. Swung on, drifting third base line, and it'll be foul. We'll do it again at 1-2. Only a few more innings left in this game. That pitch right down Broadway gets the hitter swinging. Mateo records his first strikeout of the day, and Team Red have their first out here in the top of the 5th. Great way to start off the inning. Mateo wants his team back in the dugout, ready to hit. Drew now stepping up to the plate here for Team White. First pitch he sees is going to be off speed. It's actually going to nail him right in the back. Mateo apologizing for the pitch. Drew not so happy, but does forgive Mateo up on the mound. Mateo giving him that free base. Now a runner on first. New batter is going to be Rain. Rain and Team White desperately trying to look for some more insurance here in the latter half of the game. They've done a good job of trying to shut Team Red down, but Team Red essentially just keeps coming back. 1-0 pitch is going to find the outer part of the zone for strike one. You look on the scoreboard, and throughout this game, it was pretty back and forth to start off, and then, you know, Team White looking like they're running away with it. They're scoring 5. But Team Red able to tack on 5 runs of their own over the course of 2 innings. But even while they were scoring those runs, Team White able to put up another 4. So Team Red really just playing catch up this entire game here, only being successful in the first inning. That check swing is going to get called for a strike. It's now 2-2 here. Mateo doing a great job with his pitch mix. Definitely commanding these pitches exactly where he wants them to. He comes set for the 2-2 pitch. Through his windup, little inside, Rain gets out of the way of it, and he brings up the full count here. Mateo and Team Red certainly don't want to give up 2 free bases back-to-back here, especially as already down by 3 in this game so far as it's closing out. 3-2 pitch, swung on and fouled off. We'll do it again at a full count. Both teams have had their fair share of scoring every inning, -1 for each team. Mateo's 3-2 pitch, not going to find the zone. That's a free base for Rain. Now there are runners on first and second as Nick is now going to step up to the plate here for Team White. Substitution being made over at second base. That's going to be Ethan taking over for Drew. Drew being the catcher for Team White, definitely going to start suiting up here. Ethan being a great team player. Doesn't want to make any mistakes over there at second base. That pitch going to be inside for ball 1 on Nick. That pitch going to be swung on towards the shortstop, potentially 2 outs here. He throws it over to second base. Runner's going to get out the way. The pick job on first is not there. Runner's going to advance all the way from second to home on the pass ball. Nick is going to stay over at first base. So another run is added on there. Now makes it a 12-8 ball game, but only a runner on first here as they are able to get the force out at second base. Now 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch is going to be grounded towards the third baseman. He's going to try and get the play over at first, fields it cleanly, and the throw is going to be in time, but it's going to take the fielder off the bag. And now runners on first and second. A misjudged throw by one of the Turner brothers over at third base. Was taking his time with the throw, but seemed as though he looked up and saw how fast the runner was going. That being Noah going over to first base. Realized he didn't have as much time as he thought, as that pitch is going to hit RJ on the very first ball that he sees. And now, all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, bases are loaded here for Team White. Definitely looking to tack on more runs here in the 5th inning.
And that's exactly why those 2-out errors can be detrimental to what you're trying to do in the defense. It hurts every runner, every base runner, every run scored. After that 2-out error, you think, well, what could have been if I just made that play?
Check swing by JD is going to be called a strike there. Umpire saw that he went all the way through. He's in a bit of a sticky situation here. He does have bases loaded, but 2 outs forces him to swing at the very next pitch. Now Mateo's got 0-2 on him here. Desperately wants to get his team out of this inning with only 1 run coming across home plate. The 0-2 pitch, high and outside. JD learning from his mistake on the last pitch. Now makes it a 1-2 count here. Runners getting their leads. Mateo through the windup. It's going to be low and inside. 2s across the board here with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 2-2 pitch is swung on towards the second baseman. He's going to take the further route, throw it over to first base, and record the final out of the 5th inning. Now a 12-8 ball game as Team White is able to get some insurance on there. We'll see you in the bottom of the 5th.
Lo conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin tomó color. Vida al palo. Buena para. Lo canta los lucos hoy en día es un vuelto. No es un sueño oscuro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de rota butando un cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Philippines Baseball here on the Philippines Baseball Group official YouTube account. We're watching Team Red taking on Team White here. Team White with a commanding lead of 4 on a score of 12-8. Head coaches for both teams having a word with the home plate umpire. So they might be discussing time here, trying to figure out when the best possible time is to end this game, as again we are now in the bottom of the 5th inning.
So leading things off now is number 12, Curry. He reached on a walk in the first. He grounded out to short in the second. Or in the third, rather. First pitch is a called strike. Now the 0-1 delivery is going to be fouled away down the third base foul line. Curry, a left-handed batsman, facing the right-handed pitching. Now he swings and misses. The right-handed pitching JD. Now swing you later. Down goes Curry on an outside curveball. 1 away.
Great approach there. New pitcher coming in for Team White. Knows what his role is, know what the job is here. And Team Red kind of making small dents here into the Team White defense. Comes in, gets that swinging strikeout on the off-speed pitch.
Now the second pitch of the at-bat is fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gramada, jersey number 2, looks at strike number 2. He's 0 for 2 on the day, looking for that first hit. And low and away is the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good ways pitch from JD, the pitcher. Now JD sets from the windup. The kick, the pitch, the 1-2 is going to be a ball. Call from home plate umpire is safe on the check swing. 2-2 the count. 3-2 the count, excuse me. The payoff pitch and swing you later. Foul tip right into the glove of the catcher. Back-to-back strikeouts and 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th.
Definitely feels like more of a pitcher's duel now than anything else. I mean, we've got Mateo for Team Red, where even in a bases loaded situation, still managed to keep his composure, only allowing 1 run to score in the top half of this inning. Now we've got JD on the bump. And he did see his start yesterday against Team Blue. Didn't go too hot for him. Gave up a few runs, a few easy base hits, but seems to have corrected those
Now
mistakes.
a hard hit ball to the right side of the field. The first baseman knocks it down. JD covering his position. Completes the out to end the bottom of the 5th. Top of the 6th coming up. The score remains 12-8.
Conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin tomó color. Vida al palo. Buena paga. Lo que antes era un lujo hoy en día es un vuelto. No es un sueño, juro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de roca butano en cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Back here, baseball here in the top of the 6th inning. Just like to thank our sponsors. Thank job. LBC, Galpin Motors, and Orizio Insurance. Very thankful for you guys putting in your kind donations in order to make this whole week possible for the Philippines baseball group. Here at Futures Weekend, the kickoff to the Filipino World Series, which will be taking place later this week. If you want to watch all the action on that, make sure you're subscribed and hitting that bell for notifications right here on the official YouTube account every game for this week.
And leading things off for Team White is Logan. First pitch ambushing. Just like the lead runner is aboard. Great piece of hitting. He went with it where it was pitched. It was pitched outside, so he threw the bat head and poked it the other way. No one was able to get to it. And now the white team has a chance to tack on. Now ball in the dirt. Good read by Logan at first. He's going to take second easily.
Team White really getting it done here. Again, just kind of riding that momentum off of JD's great pitching performance in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Great pitching by him. Team Red subbing out Mateo, now bringing in a new pitcher here. And Mackay, arguably one of the best hitters for Team White we've seen this weekend. Now with a runner in scoring position.
Now the runner goes, he reads, and he's going to be safe. So good reads all around, very aggressive base running from Logan. These are balls that aren't getting that far away from the catcher. That last one just barely popped out of his glove.
It looks like they're calling a catcher's interference.
What's going on?
I believe the call is a catcher's interference. That's the only way the runner can truly go back to second base, and Mackay is out.
No, I think it may have been batter's interference. The batter had gotten
batter's
in the way
interference,
of the catcher. So,
yeah.
So the batter is automatically out. The runner, Logan, has to go back to second. Now I have to erase my scorebook. Here comes number 13, Blake. Mackay is out on batter's interference.
Logan over at second base, still getting a pretty sizable lead. Still looks like he wants to take off regardless. He didn't take off on a steal, but on a pass ball instead.
Now that ball is skied left side of the field, and it's going to be well out of play.
Dangerous place to be here in the stands at Joe Kelly Field if you're not paying too much attention. And even, not only walking around Joe Kelly Field, but driving by it, coming in through the Winnetka entrance is just such a sketchy place to be.
Will, I feel like you were very well aware of just how sketchy that entrance is. That you go to school here. How's the program and how's the field? How's the playing surface and these conditions are?
It's great. I mean, Pierce College has a really young team about them.
Now a hard hit line drive to left field, and that's going to be right at the left fielder. Again, another hard hit line drive from Blake. He's done that before, but now there's 2 outs. You're saying?
Yeah, Pierce College, definitely a really young program now. Last year, definitely seeing a lot of freshmen and a lot of sophomores through the program, rather than the typical juniors and seniors that a lot of the players saw throughout their conference against teams like Santa Barbara, Cuesta, Moore Park, teams dotted around Southern California.
Now that ball's going to hit number 8, Lucius, somewhere along the left side. It's hard to tell exactly where he was hit. He seems to be okay with a little bit of a hop in his trot, but nothing that these kids can't brush off. So now runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th.
The thing that I am very grateful for is obviously being on the baseball team. I obviously know when all the games and when all the practices are. So I really do feel for the regular students and other athletes coming into Pierce College who may not be expecting a stray foul ball coming in towards their cars as they're driving by. So I'm at least grateful for that.
Yeah, well, we're at least grateful that beautiful Joe Kelly Field wasn't built next to any apartment complexes or any neighbors with windows facing us.
Yeah.
Now a ground ball left side of the field, and that's going to break through. It's going to get past the diving shortstop and into left field. So station to station, everybody goes. The bases are loaded. Over at third is Logan. On second is Lucius. And standing on first with a single is Ethan.
Great discipline here by Team White. Again, you feel like you'll see a lot of teams just really kind of take their foot off the gas is what they'll call it. But Team White still putting on the pressure here. Yeah, they have 2 outs, but bases loaded. We've seen them be successful in this position before. We've got Drew coming up to hit for Team White. Again, another successful for this team. But he was hit by pitch in his last at-bat.
Now the first pitch of the at-bat to number 2, Drew, is outside. But you're right, Will. When you apply a lot of pressure on a team, it leaves very little breathing room, very little margin of error. And ironically, it's that little margin of error that can cause errors.
Absolutely. And I feel like, again, for a team like Red here, who really haven't struggled at all this weekend. I mean, their first game yesterday against Team Blue was just an absolute stomp job. And then this morning when they took on Team Gold again, they just kind of coasted by on their aggressive base running, their aggressive hitting. So now I feel like the fact that they've kind of had their back against the walls for the first time all season kind of allows this more droopy style of play that we haven't really seen from Team Red yet, whereas Team White have definitely succumbed to the same style of play, but thankfully they're on the other side of it today.
And now that pitch to Drew is going to be outside. 3 balls and no strikes. But you are right, where when a team doesn't face adversity too much and then all of a sudden they face a good team that makes it hard on them, it's almost hard to pull yourself back into the mindset.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now a hard hit ball, left side of the field, foul ball. Just ever so slightly, possibly by inches. The White team coached by Coach Lothar, 3 balls and 2 strikes to count now. Coach Lothar, one of the Northern California coaches in the Bay Area. They hold their practices at St. Patrick, St. Vincent in Vallejo, and he's one of the parents of twins on this team, on the White team.
You know he likes our broadcasts?
Well, who wouldn't? He's got good taste. I hope you enjoy more of this, Coach Lowe. Now that ball is skied the center field. It looks like they're camping right underneath it. And that is going to end the top of the 6th. The score remains 12-8 as we head to the home half of the 6th.
Conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin toma color. Vida al palo. Buena para. Los cantan los lucos hoy en día es un vuelto. No es un sueño, juro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de roca butando un cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Philippines on the Philippines Baseball Group official YouTube account. Make sure you subscribe to hitting that bell for notifications so you get the updates regarding both players and teams here for Team Philippines as we slowly approach the Filipino World Series that'll be taking place Tuesday through Saturday. Tournament play being on the Friday and Saturday of this week, so make sure you're tuned in. Watching those games is going to be exciting.
Now first pitch, the leadoff hitter of the inning, number 14, Turner, is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Here in the bottom of the 6th, the red team trails by 4. They need to score 4 to tie, 5 to win. If they fail to do either of those two, the game is over. White wins. And that finds the outside half of the zone. 1-2 the count.
And what a great win for Team White that it would be. Again, just kind of coming into this tournament a little slow facing Team Blue. Giving up all those runs. I believe it ended up being 18 at the end of the game. Just an onslaught of runs, but then quickly, right off the back of that, facing Team Gold, getting a great win against them. Then obviously we start today's with Team Gold going up against Team Red, their foes.
And swing you later. Turner goes around on that upstairs fastball, 1 away. So here's number 5, Dizon. He has reached base and scored a run. That happened in the 4th. Now he looks at a called strike.
Have you ever seen those cycles where like you have one team beats one team and then that team beats another team and it's like comes a full circle where like that team ultimately beats the team that originally beat that team?
That pop-up was caught by the shortstop to secure the second out of the inning. But yeah, that happens a lot in the MLB where perhaps the number one team in all of baseball, gets beat by a basement dweller, and then all of a sudden that basement dweller loses to a mid-tier team, and then you got fans of the mid-tier team saying that they're they're the best team in baseball. It's just, how does that happen? Now there's a called strike, 0-1 the count to the leadoff hitter who swing back around, number 7, Barrera.
I'm pretty sure it was in the National Football League last year where it was something like every team had beat the other team and they were able to complete like the 32 team cycle of everyone beating everyone. So it was like everyone was theoretically better than everyone else because, oh, well, I beat this team and this team beat that team. I feel like that was something that happened last year that I recall. And again, this Futures tournament to start off the weekend definitely feels like that. I feel like, every team has kind of been on both sides of the play here.
Oh, hard hit ball to the shortstop. He can't come up with it. It was a tricky play. He was moving to his left, and there was a bobble that happened in the exchange. So E6, that goes down on the scorecard. Barrera is able to reach base.
And Barrera over there at first base kind of joking it up with the shortstop for Team White, basically telling him how to field the ball correctly and throw it over to first base. Again, we love the sportsmanship here in the Futures weekend. Again, a lot of friends amongst these teams definitely battling it out here for the top spot.
There's a called strike to Bonham.
Definitely feels like bragging rights are earned after all of this. If they continue to play for the Philippines team, they see themselves 4 or 5 years down the line.
Now the runner goes, ball on the pitch call, and the throw is not in time, so ball and safe is the call.
4 or 5 years down the line, some guy will make a nice hit or a decent play, but then, one of these guys can say, hey, I was on Team White when you were on Team Red, and we hammered you guys 12-8. So don't you forget that, buddy boy.
Yeah, these are the types of relationships. It's literally called the futures because this is the future of the Philippines baseball program, and they'll take these memories with them for a long time, bragging rights and all.
But yeah, these players out on the field representing their high schools, some even in junior highs, that ball's going to be inside.
That ball gets away from the catcher. Moving over to third is Barrera, so now he stands on third, 90 feet away from what would be the first of 4 needed runs just to tie the ball game. But they got 2 outs on him.
And they desperately need it here. Again, these games only lasting 7 innings, but as we've seen throughout the entire tournament, only few games actually reaching that 7-inning point.
Now a hard hit ball right to the shortstop, and the catch has been made. It looks like that's going to be the ball game. Thank you, one and all, for tuning in and enjoying this ball game with us. It's been a wonderful Futures tournament. Everyone here is very appreciative of the enthusiasm and support from the players and the families.
Looks like we still might be playing here. We might be going all 7 innings here, so sit back. We'll be right back to the top of the 7th.
muerto. No es un sueño, juro que estoy despierto. Sácame.
Things off for the white team, number 11, Rain. So this game will be played to completion. We have another full inning of baseball left, folks. And it's going to be down to the wire, 12-8, with a chance for the white team to add insurance runs to their lead. But obviously Team Red looking to shut things down and get back to their at-bats. Now the first pitch to Rain is going to be outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rain today has hit a double and he reached on a walk. He has yet to score a run today. Out of the 12 that have scored, none of those are his. He's hoping to start things off, lead off the inning here. Now he swings and pokes it the other way, but right into the glove of the second baseman. Great play. And just like that, there's 1 away. And now batting is number 14, Nick.
I really like the Turner brothers on Team Red. Rocking the same hairstyle. I mean, they're practically the same height. They have the same stance when they field. And you really can't tell them apart, to be honest. From afar, you couldn't tell one brother from the other. But the other thing about it is that just like the potential and the amount of skill that they possess makes it even harder to really depict who's who because they just make such incredible plays on just a hourly basis here. And especially we've seen that in the Futures tournament and this weekend. So just a great opportunity for them as a family, hanging out as siblings.
Now a line drive to center field, and it looks like that is going to get caught. 2 very quick outs, 2 balls in play here for the white team.
Really making it a dramatic finish here in this game. Team White on the verge of retirement of the side here as they lead by 4. Team Red can come into the dugout, try and steal the win away from Team White and be perfect on the weekend, go 3-0.
And now number 15, Noah, takes a ball outside. Circling back to what you're saying about the Turner brothers, Will, yeah, I think another aspect of their effectiveness is the fact that they have each other.
Absolutely.
They always have someone to play catch with.
Yeah.
There's always someone to play wiffle ball with.
Yep. I wish I had that.
And absolutely, that's one of those invaluable assets is to have a brother or a close friend, just one of your baseball buddies who's your age that you can call at any moment, and they're ready to hop on that practice with you. Now there's a skied ball, left side of the field, Bermuda triangle, and it's going to drop between the left fielder, the center fielder, and the backtracking shortstop. Tough play for everyone all around. That was just perfectly placed by Noah. So a 2-out single here keeps things going for the white team.
Taking a moment here for the shortstop.
Yeah, he took a bit of a tumble. He really was backtracking at full speed and out of desperation leaped into the air and had no regard for where he'd land or how he'd land, but eventually he did come back down to earth, and let's hope he's all right.
Just looks like it, may have knocked the wind out of him a little bit. Definitely landed hard on his backside there. So, he looks to be okay. Obviously, we've seen it throughout this weekend, just, these players kind of powering through, even, multiple hit by pitches where the players don't want to leave the batter's box. They want to get a base hit, just determined to be the very best that they can.
Yeah, if there's one thing that this organization of Philippines baseball has instilled, it really is that culture of playing hard, even on the hats that they wear, hard 90, as it represents the fact that everything you have to do, you have to run the bases hard, you have to hustle, and you have to be a good example for those younger than you.
Especially for, looking around the field and looking at, just like the sizes of some of these guys. I mean, obviously you have a couple of kids that stand out.
Ooh, and now RJ, number 4, is going to be hit by a pitch, and he's got a little more than just a bit of a hop in his step as he tries to get himself down to first base.
And again, as we're talking about it, that's not a great spot to get hit. I mean, obviously the leg is ideally where you want to get hit, preferred over the back. But, certain parts of the leg, especially that calf area, it's very fragile and very tender, especially, for these growing teens, can definitely cause some problems. But again, we just see the pure determination from these players to essentially not back down to the pain, not back down to the pressure, and just keep powering through regardless.
And it really is inspiring to see just such young men determined to will themselves through such uncomfortable situations. And now another hit by pitch. I'm not laughing at the players, but rather the situation. JD stands on first with a bruise, and RJ stands on second with a bruise. If there's anything hit the outfield, I don't know how easy it is going to be for them to score.
I don't know, I feel like ever since we started talking about how strong these players are, we've really been challenging them with all these hit by pitches now.
So Grana was hit by a pitch in his last game for the red team, and he didn't appear yet in this game. So, as strong as these players are, there is a physical limit to what they can endure. So, let's hope that Grana is okay after getting hit by a pitch. We're all thinking about him in the broadcast booth. Thanks to Henry for pointing that out. So, here's Logan. Now he lines one up the middle, but the shortstop has it on one hop. He steps on second to end the bases loaded threat. The inning is over. The score remains 12-8 as we head into the bottom of the seventh.
Lo conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin tomó color. Vida al palo. Buena paga. Lo que antes era un lujo hoy en día es un vuelto. Es un sueño oscuro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de rock debutando en cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.
Seventh is number 15, one of the bigger bats, Mateo. Mateo today has reached base 3 times and he's scored twice. Now he's looking to get things started here in the bottom half of the seventh. He takes a big cut at that first pitch, and he shakes at himself almost in frustration. But now he's 0-1. Now he swings and pokes that the other way, right side of the field, well foul, but still in the field of play. Giving chase was the right fielder as he flips it back in.
Team White's first baseman, I mean, he's essentially played almost a 7-inning game here, still just sprinting after the ball there, trying to track it down.
That ball's outside. You're right. It was the first baseman, rather, not the right fielder, that tracked that ball down. He was absolutely going all out. And again, that just speaks to the culture that they're trying to cultivate here in Philippines baseball. Again, the last inning of a brutally hot day after tournament play, and he's still going all out. Now Mateo fouls one back. He's got a 2-strike battle here.
And that first baseman's facing sun too. Like, not only to try and get over there and get the ball, but just seeing it, through the brightness is definitely hard.
Ooh, and that was a borderline call that the ump gave Mateo. Again, that's one of the benefits of being a catcher is that, you could cultivate a good relationship with the umpire and they'll give those to you. But they won't give it to you twice in a row.
Same pitch.
Pick up a chair and grab a seat. That was the same pitch, but that one was strike 3 called.
That was a makeup call right there, folks.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if you saw it. We don't have a replay system, but that was a makeup call. I've never seen a pitch placed in the exact same spot as it was right there. Again, what a great performance by the pitcher, JD. Able to do that, getting Mateo out of there.
So first pitch to the cleanup hitter, number 10, Turner, is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Now this one is downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. A quick 3-0 for Turner.
Is it just me, or does anybody else want Team Red to like desperately come back into this game and score 4 runs right here?
Everyone wants to see a comeback, and that would be very exciting to see. Either way, if White can shut things down, they would have defeated. Essentially, White would have been the underdogs defeating the heavily favored red team. So either way, we're in for a good ball game here in the bottom of the 7th.
That's how it starts right there. 4-pitch walk after striking out, one of the best bats for Team Red.
And now a called strike on the outside corner to number 4, Antolin. That one was low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Nathan, you didn't see JD's pitching performance yesterday, but from the start, just very shaky all around. Didn't look very confident. Started giving up a couple of bases and was kind of emphasizing his emotions through his body.
Well, it seems as that ball is lifted foul out of play that JD has come to, and really that's the biggest thing that sports can teach a young man is just how to channel those negative emotions and turn an adverse situation into something where you can control what you can control, and there's a level of acceptance for what you can't.
Yeah, just watching JD now, comparing it to his performance yesterday, I feel like there's some room here for Team Red, depending on how they go about attacking his pitches.
The 2-2 count for Antolin. Turner takes his lead over at first. It's a moderate one. Now the outside pitch is going to bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Antolin. With 1 out here, Turner might have the possibility of a green light, running for second on the pitch. Now the payoff pitch swung on and fouled straight back.
You can tell Team Red wants it right here. You're not able to see it on the stream, but every guy in the dugout just up on the fence right now, cheering on their teammates. Again, this isn't necessarily something we've seen the entire tournament, but, for Team Red, they're trying to keep that perfect streak alive.
And now a walk has been issued, so back-to-back base runners for Team Red in a situation where they desperately need base runners. The tying run is on deck here in the bottom of the 7th. Now batting is number 12, Curie. Turner moves to second. Antolin stands on first. The first pitch to Curie is a called strike on the inside half of the plate. But you're right, Will, when you see players pull for each other, every player on the top step, every player cheering you on, it really does invigorate you.
Especially for the situation that they're in. Again, 4 runs is no easy task, but, just based off of the high levels of scoring that we've seen throughout the weekend, they definitely know it's possible.
Now Curie is down to 2 strikes. 1 and 2 to be exact is the counts. JD sets, fires, and pitches. And now a line drive to the left side of the field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Station to station, everybody goes, and all of a sudden the tying run is at the plate. The bases are loaded. Turner's on third, Antolin's on second. Curie, with a single, stands on first.
And you really can't be mad at JD for that either. Just a great, outing right there after giving up back-to-back walks, essentially on 8 pitches, able to attack the zone on Curry. Just not able to get the job done. As
Now the
Curry
ball is
pokes
tapped
it
right back
away.
to the pitcher. They go to home for 1 out, the flip to first, and double play.
What a way.
And the inning is over. The game is over. And what a way to end it. The red team had the tying run at the plate. The bases were loaded. And White comes in to get the double play to end the ball game. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this invigorating ball game. This is just the start, folks. Please subscribe and ring that bell notification icon to receive updates for the rest of this week. We have a lot more exciting baseball to go, and we cannot wait to share every pitch with you on this stream.
As for me, Will Lewin, your broadcaster, co-host Nathan also signing off as well. Henry in the broadcast booth with us as well. We'll all be seeing you sometime next week, hopefully on that Tuesday where pool play does start for the Filipino World Series. Like Nathan said, just hit that subscribe button. Give us a little follow on Instagram at Philippines Baseball, where you can keep up to date with all the news and information regarding Philippines baseball. That's going to do it for the Futures Weekend. A lot of great talent showcase here today. A lot of great teamwork going on throughout the weekend. And we're very thankful for all the players, parents, and fans coming out to not only watch the games in person, but those at home watching it from home. Signing off from now. We'll see you soon.
Conseguí, se me dio. La vida al fin toma color. Vida al palo. Buena paga. Lo que antes era un lujo hoy en día es un vuelto. No es un sueño, juro que estoy despierto. Sácame cuando encesto. Banda de roca butano en cemento. Me río porque lo logramos. Estudio negocio, José, hoy estamos.
Rated E for everyone.